Okay, this time in this very short clip, we'll do some highlights related to the details in your assignment 3 marking rubric. As you can see, I've highlighted some important information in red for your reference. And then here, first of all, remember to apply all the skills you have learned in the first 5 units when you start working on this assignment, especially Unit 2 and Unit 5. So for Unit 2, you remember that you have learned how to do your 7-step planning before you start working on the persuasive message. So here you are still applying the same sets of skill. You are still doing the 7-step planning when you write up your draft or your outline for this assessment. The difference is this time it's not like assignment 1A. You don't need to present your details in the plan for me, but you still need to go through the steps to make sure that you do not miss any important details in your persuasive message. So here, let's go through the content and organization highlights. First of all, for the structure, it's very important that you revise Unit 5 and remember to revise what means gain attention, build interest, reduce resistance, and motivate action. And of course, you know that in a table provided in your notes and in my PowerPoint notes, you can see what are the different methods you can do in order to serve these purposes here. And then for the informational and motivational needs and concepts related to enhancement of credibility, you can easily find them in your Unit 2 notes, there. So informational needs, of course, means what readers need to know in the message, and motivational needs means what are the carrots and benefits, right, they can get if they got persuaded by you. And for enhancement of credibility, you need to refer back to Unit 2, the 5 concepts we have gone through in our classroom. So of course it means how to enhance our credibility of the message in the eyes of the readers. And here, apart from Unit 1, 2, and 5, you can also see I highlighted that you need to revise Unit 4. Unit 4 is actually about routine message, not persuasive message, but there is one very important concept we have covered in Unit 4, which is parallel pattern, parallelism. So please make sure that you understand how to list ideas vertically or horizontally and apply the skills when necessary in this message. Another very important highlight's got to be related to the word limit here. So as you can see, if the message is less than 250 words or it exceeds of 300 words here, then there will be a 3-mark penalty. And of course, we're not counting the email addresses, the dates, and the subject line. And if you read the details here, you can tell that we're reminding you that because this is a persuasive email. So you need to write the email addresses, the to from by yourself, the dates, and the subject line in the correct format. And any materials written after the first 300 words, of course, not counting the email addresses, the dates, and the subject line, will not be marked. And then for the style, please make sure that you revise Unit 3, in which you have learned how to write business sentences. For example, we have learned how to say things in a positive way, not using negative sentence structure or negative expression. And for all the other details, you can read it by yourself, but remember, you will receive mark penalty if your submission is late. And after everything is released online, make sure that you ask all the questions within 48 hours after you got the feedback and the grades. Otherwise, your questions will not be responded to.